Hello, good evening. If you have any problems about Mars tokens, we can just discuss on the screen. And if there's still people that you don't claim the free hash rate, you can just contact me through the live stream. You can just contact my name, Megan, and in the Telegram, and I can just send some free hash rate for you guys. If you're the first time to claim the free hash rate, and if you didn't get that, you can just contact me directly. If you have any problems about the specific mechanism of the Mars, you can also just type them on the screen. Yeah, when I see them, I just answer them for you guys. Can you guys see me or listen to me clearly? Can you listen to me clearly or not? I know that today, hello. We know today the problems of the Mars, we're just mainly focusing on the first one. What is POC and why we MarsChain choose POC? And how does user contribution secure the entire blockchain network? Yes, okay, thank you. I just try a new background. Let me just try here. Clear. Countdown. I'm good, thank you. I'm very fine. Yeah. This is a very public blockchain, and we're just independently layer one public blockchain here. We have the special mechanism POC, proof of contribution, which means that you burn the Mars tokens buying from the KDX. Yes, thank you. And you can just get the permanent hash rate, which just represents the permanent rights in the future, which can also just reward you in a very long-term cycle. And the Mars tokens you burn, they can just not be recovered, which also just lead to the deflation of the whole market. So on the one side, the POC just ensure the security and the stability of the whole ecosystem. On the other side, it also just lead to the deflation of the market, which just want to try to not to inflate the market while just deflate it to increase the price of the Mars tokens. We can see that recently the Mars price is just increasing, right? You can see them in the KDX. Recently the price they're just rockets. And the second question is about, so why we choose the POC, the proof of contribution? Yeah, deflation mechanism, more burn, more or less supply. Yeah, because we have the fixed number of the Mars tokens. Thank you guys. I feel that if you didn't get the free hash rate from our team, you can also just type me directly or contact me directly in the Telegram. It is just the same name, Megan here. And so why do we choose the POC, proof of contribution? So why doesn't we just choose the POS or POC or the POW? We know that POW, they're just they need a lot of the hardware and a lot of the computer, right? Which also just takes a lot of energy and a lot of money here. Also, it is just energy consuming. So with our POC, what do you need to do? Just buy the Mars tokens and just burn them, contribute it to the ecosystem, and then you can get more hash rates in the future, get more the rights in the future. And we know that there are also some disadvantages of the traditional POW, because the POW sometimes they're just cornered by those big giants, right? Once their proportion is bigger, which also means that they have the long term and the determination of the whole ecosystem, and the longer they stay, the more rights they have, which is also unequal for those new miners. Not English eligible this project. Yes, because recently we just made a lot of the scam. They just want to cheat us and sell their Mars tokens right away when we give them. So the country just is illegible. Yeah, you can just introduce them to your YouTube subscribers. Thank you. And if any of you guys doesn't get the free hash rates, you can just contact me directly through the live stream. I'll just allocate your proportion directly. If you just watch a live stream and through the live stream, I can get you free hash rate directly. But not all people are scammers. Yeah, I know. So we have some conditions sometimes. Maybe that's if you have the more than 100 fines in CHA, and then you can get the right to get a free hash rate. And on the other side, if the time of your account is more than 1 year, the Telegram, so you can also get the hash rate. We'll just choose the people who is really trustable. And about the third question, right? How does user contribution secure the entire blockchain network? I think I read 100. If you just reach the condition, you can just contact me directly and take the screenshots of the live stream. I can just give you some free hash rates if you are just need to join the Mars tokens. Yes. But most of the people in language, they're just forbidden to get the free hash because they're all the liars and scammers. People not change eligible days projects. No. I just set a condition. If you have the more than 100 fines in CHA and the year of your account in Telegram is more than 1 year, 2 years, then you can just have the right to get it. If you just if you're qualified for those conditions, you can just contact me directly in Telegram. We do that recently. The price of the Mars, they're just rocket, right? So not to mention those people, they just want some profits in a short time. So they just want the free hash rates, free Mars, and sell them in KX. That is the reason why we just block some people in your country. Let's continue the topic today about the third question. How does user contribution secure the entire block network? We know that once you just burn the Mars tokens, they cannot be recovered. So this is irresistible process, which means that it will just want to ensure the stability of the whole network. It will just prevent some people to just burn them and try to recover them. That is impossible. And what's more, we also have the decentralized validation rights, which also means that once you burn the Mars tokens, you can get the permanent rights in the future that is equal for each participant. So the whole community, they're just stabilized by every person in the Mars tokens. It is not by those old miners, some big miners like the PDC or ETH. They're just cornered by those big giants. No, our Mars tokens, we're just focusing on some long-term contribution to the ecosystem. So every person, you just hold the right to say, and you can say no or say yes in the whole participant, in the whole market, which is also just ensure the stability of the ecosystem. And what's more, we also have the dual equations to stabilize the whole network. We know that the two equations, Oracle equation and Christmas equation, they're just like to stabilize the whole network, right? Because they just want, if you want to join the two equations, you have to burn, you have to qualify the whole conditions, you have to burn 35 circulating supply of the Mars tokens, which also related to, on the one side, the deflation of the market, just like the POC, and on the other side, you can also just have more the contribution to the network. So on the other side, you burn the Mars tokens, the hash rates, they can be not recovered. The Mars token, they can be not recovered, right? Which combining the two conditions, which just try to ensure the contribution and stability of the whole ecosystem. Those three reasons, they're just why we choose the POC instead of POS or POW. Thanks, I have already received hash rate by burning 2000 if you're giving. Actually, we're just providing 2000 Mars tokens, okay? If you want to get more Mars tokens to expand your hash rates, if you want to get more everyday Mars tokens, if you just really want to get a long-term reward, I suppose you just buy the Mars from the KDX. Because you can see that right now the price for the entry on market is quite low. Although the price is also increasing, but compared to those mature tokens, those tokens that happened before or just appear before, our price is rather reasonable now. Suppose I'm not a scammer, I'm not eligible Mars projects. If you want to join, you can just contact me and let me see your files in the chat and your year about the Telegram. I'm where I'm from. So can you guess where am I from? Can you guess? From the appearance, can you guess where am I from? Can you guess where am I from? How much time MarsChain process my airdrop submission? If you are very hurry, which country are you from? Laclim 7090. Which country are you from? Let me know, and I'll check. You can just contact me. You can just contact me, okay? My name, I'm also the admin there. You can just contact me, Megan, MarsChainCN. If you are really have interest in this project, so if you really want to experience it, you can just contact me. I will reply you and I will give you the free hash rates. Yes, I'm from China. A very beautiful country. I think the event will be even more lively at Christmas. Yeah, of course. At Christmas, with more and more people joining the equations, of course, with more the Mars tokens will be burned, the price of it will just increase. I'm from China. Hong Kong is also belonging to China, right? Right? Get it? And about the continuing topic here, if you have any questions, we can or just talk about on the open screen here, okay? You can type them on screen and I see them and answer them for you. And if you want to contact me or get the free hash rates for the first time, you can just contact me directly through this screenshot. I'll just end the live stream in about 8 p.m. So there's still about 40 minutes. After I end it, I'll just handle some free hash rates airdrop. Right, the enemy's username. My username is MarsChainCN. Did you get it? Can you spell English? MarsChainCN. Get it, Megan? You can find that in the Telegram. MarsChainCN Megan. And let's just continue the topic here. So, how is the permanent hash rate generated? I didn't understand the significance of NFT. The NFT actually, on the first side, it is based on the mathematics of the whole Mars chain. Without an NFT, you cannot burn the Mars tokens, and you cannot also just contribute to the whole network, which also means that you cannot just get a long-term right to just get the Mars tokens every day in the hash rate. You know that? That is on the one side, the importance of an NFT. And the second side, if you want to expand your hash rate, so how can you do that? The first way that you can just very directly, you can just buy them from the KDX, right? And the second way, you can also just invite others to join us. What does that mean? When you have the right to mint your own NFT, then when you send it to others and when they get an NFT, when the friends or your family, they just burn the Mars tokens, right? And they will get hash rate, right? And you can also just get additional reward from the person you invite, about 50% of the hash rate. Did you get it? And also, when the person you invite, he or she invites others to join the market, you can also get 25% of the hash rates if he or she burn the Mars tokens, right? So that is the function of the NFT. On the one side, it tries to just stabilize the whole market to ensure the POC, the happening of the POC. Without the NFT, you cannot just join the activity. That is the burn hash rate can get you the tokens. No, you cannot join. And the second one, you can just use the NFT, mint your NFT. Then you can get more hash rate, expand your mining pools, which can also create more Mars tokens for you every day. Yeah. Did you get it about the function of the NFT? That is quite important because it is based on our design from the very first purpose. And now, guys, if that some of you or your friends didn't get the free hash rate, you can let them just watch the live stream and contact me directly. Okay, I'll just send the allocation. My name is MarsChainCN Megan. Let me see if can I just type them on screen. Here I cannot just send the messages here. Pin message, okay. I cannot just undo. What did your Telegram user say? My name is Megan. MEGAN Megan. MEGAN Megan. Okay. And every day about the contents of the live stream, we have some more details. If you have more interest, you can just please just pay attention to the content of every day live stream. If you have any other problems about this, we can just discuss together. Okay, NFT is a kind of entry point to Mars network. Yes, so it's kind of a referral for us. Yes, you can also just understand that. Yeah, I mean, we can see that the Mars token, the price of it, they're just increasing rate every day. And about the fifth question of today is about why can so how can just old miners and the new miners compete with each other about the hash rates? We know that the traditional POW and POS, they're just cornered by those big giants. So when you come into the market later, that you cannot compete with them directly, right? And you can just you can just easily fall in behind them because sometimes with getting into the market earlier, they have the more right to say. It is also very unequal for those new miners. Telegram username English MEGAN Megan. MEGAN Megan. Get it? MEGAN Megan. And so how can we just node miners and new miners compete in our Mars tokens? We know that our whole Mars tokens will just update our data every day. So there is the dynamic adjustment exchange ratio, which means that every day the network they're just adjust exchange ratio in real time, which also means that no matter when you get into our Mars tokens, it is very equal for both new and old. Because with more and more people joining, and from the first day you join the market, the whole network, it will just ensure that you can get your Mars tokens back in 180 days. Yeah, that is based on our math. So no matter when you get into the market, it is also equal for old and new miners. Of course, it doesn't just make sure or ensure that you can get your profits back in 188 days. No, that assumption, that math, they just want to ensure the equality. However, we know that every day more and more people are just enter our market, right? Which also just mean that your hash rates, they will be squeezed. The numbers of token you can create every day is just based on how much hash rates you're just putting in during the whole network. Did you get it? They're just compatible. So, however, although maybe that at that day, 188 days, your Mars tokens, they will not be back, right? However, your profits will be back. Why? Because we know that combining the deflation of the markets, the Christmas equation, Oracle equation, and the POC, they just want to deflate the whole market. Also, they just want require the participants to burn the Mars tokens. Then you can join join the whole market, right? So at that time, although the numbers they're not back, but the price of the Mars tokens increase, which also just ensure your profits. And if you want to just get more profits in the future, expand your hash rate, it's your choice. You can just burn the Mars tokens you create every day to expand it, right? Also, you can just wait the price to increase. Then you can just sell some in the KDX. That is your choice. But some smarter people, they will know that the bigger your hash rates, the more Mars tokens you can create every day. That is a very long-term and sustainable loop. So smart people will choose the long-term hold them instead of sell them. Your hash rate 2 million? Wow, that is too much. Is having a hash rate considered high or low? 9 million? Actually, it depends on who you wanna compare with. Some people they just have a lot of hash rates, and if you really want to get long-term hash rates and the long-term profits, I suggest you to expand it. You can also burn the Mars tokens you create every day. You can also just buy them from KDX. You know that? I can't find it. Why? MeGan, did you get it? MeGan, Megan. My username. Sorry, I said the name. I said the name is about my name. It's not the username. I'll see. My username actually I cannot remember correctly. About maybe it is the EVG Viper. EVG Viper. Similarly. You can just contact me directly through to find me in the MarsChain group in Telegram. And through the live stream, I can just send you free hash rate directly. Yeah, I think Kia always got high hash rate for collaboration. Yeah, yes. Through the consensus of the whole community rate, of course, it will just increase your own hash rate. Can you please write a little? Forget about username. Let's talk about the MarsChain again. Yeah, if I have any problem. So I just said that we have the real collaboration rights every day. And also that sometimes when the bigger miners, when their hash rate just reach some threshold, you know that maybe they cannot just join the two equations. Why? We know that the mechanism two equations here, it just forced the participants to burn 35% of circulating supply of the tokens, right? After they burn the tokens, and we know that the numbers they need to burn, they can be calculated as first one, just the first one, just your own network hash rate, dividing your own network hash rate by the whole network hash rate, and plus 35% of the circulating supply, right? And we also know that the numbers they need to burn, and every equation, it just scales exponentially. In the round 1, 10 times, then 20 times, then 40 times. So when some big miners, when they reach some threshold, they cannot have so many Mars to burn. You know that? Because every day combining the POC and equations, they cannot have enough numbers to burn. We know that the numbers of the Mars tokens are just fixed, and it will just never inflate. So which also means that it is the time for those small miners. We can just you know that catch up with them in right time if they just cannot join the equations. So which also just ensures the dynamic competitive competition for each members. It also gives the new miners a chance to chase them, to just compete with their hash rates. It is also the difference between the older POW and the now POC. Yeah, if you have any more problems, you can just type them on the screen, okay? There should be some incentive for you to... if you like the video, if you like the knowledge about it, how about now? Is it okay? I just see that. If you just like the video or just want some interest or have interest about the mechanism, you can just share it with your friends, okay? We can just talk about the future of Mars tokens together. And recently, our team were just writing the new white paper. Can you see that? It just records details about our Mars tokens. How about now? Is it still lagging? Are you the owner MarsChainCN? Now I'm just one team member of the whole Mars. We're just one team, okay? I'm just team members. Yeah, if you have any other problems about Mars tokens, you can always type them on screen and I see them. I'll just introduce them for you. If you're newcomers, you can just get your free hash rate from our manager. And if you're old miners, you can just try to expand your mining pool as you're buying Mars from the KDX or try to mint your NFT to invite others to join the Mars tokens. The smarter people will just try to expand them as much as possible because it will just give you much interest, much profits in the future. Today's topic is mainly about the 5 questions on the poster we just stand before. The first one, what is POC? And second one, why we choose the POC instead of POW? And the third question, how does user contribution secure the entire blockchain network? The first one, how is permanent hash rate generated? And the last one, so why can the new and old miners compete in our POC instead of POS or POW? We can see that recently, actually the whole market is quite down, right? Like the POW and the POC, the PTH, ETC, the price of them, they're just decrease. You know that. But our Mars tokens, were the price of the Mars, they're just increasing. Did you see that? And our value will just increase. You can see the price of Mars, they're just increasing day by day. So it's a very good time for you guys to enter the market. Try to just build your own mining pools and try to expand them. Then you can get more power hash rate. You can also get more rights in the future. So why didn't we choose the POW or POS? Instead, we choose the POC. We just want to save the energy. There is no racks, and also there is no the hardware, those big computers, no. We just want to create a more equal and easy entry for every participant. What can Bangladesh do now? If you really have interest about Mars tokens, if you really want one of the members, firstly, you can just show us that you still just post the information and follow the account, and whether your fines on Chai is more than 100, and whether the year about your Telegram is more than 1 year. Yeah, and you can also just share with your members in your country. Don't lie to our manager, okay? Because recently there are so many people in their just lie to the manager, and they're all just be scammers. And how does user contribution secure the entire blockchain network? We know that traditional POW and the POS, they just want to inflate the whole markets because the key of those mechanisms, they just want to sell and hold the assets. And sometimes the POS, you can just not trade freely because it will just locks your rights to trade freely on the markets. But in your MarsChain, you are totally free. It is your choice to whether join the equation or not. It is also free for you to trade, to sell or hold the Mars tokens. Of course, the smart people, they will just hold the Mars tokens in the long term. And once you burn the Mars tokens, you will get a permanent hash rate in the future. It is based on the mathematics of the whole mechanism, combining that with the NFT. And once you just burn them, they cannot just recover So which also on the one side it leads to the deflation of the market. On the other side, they also just stabilize the whole Mars chain block, the whole Mars tokens. And combining the two equations, the Christmas equation and Oracle equation, those two equations, they just want to ensure that people join the equation, then they can just stabilize the markets, and on the other side, of course, will burn more Mars tokens. They have the double profits for the participants. So you don't need to worry about the whole stability of the whole network. And about the security, you don't need to worry about it, because once if an attacker wants to attack the whole blockchain, he or she that he have to has more than half of the whole network hash rate. That is quite difficult, because you can see the data in the in the blockchain, and you can also just check the average liquidity in the block explorer, which also just ensures the equality for the old and new miners. Every participant in your Mars tokens, you have the rights to join or not to join the equations. It is totally free for you guys. Watch this live until the end. Will you get the reward? Maybe. Even after completing everything, no admin saying anything. Because those times there are so many scammers in your country. Or you can just wait patiently or keep typing the message to your managers. If you really have the interest, you can just listen to the live stream and find more about the Mars tokens. And about next question, how is permanent hash rate generated? We know that once you burn a Mars, and it is just based on the NFT, right? It is based on the NFT. So it is not, it cannot be just recovered. So which also just give you the permanent right in the future to create Mars tokens every day. We know that actually our Mars tokens, it is a very new thing, right? It is a very novel thing for those traditional Mars, for the traditional tokens. And if you have any problems about Mars tokens, you can just type on the screen. And if you still didn't get your free hash rate, you can just contact me through the live stream, and I will just share you the free hash rates directly. Feel free to talk about Mars tokens. Any problems, you can just type them on the screen and I will answer them for you. If you really have interest, you can just contact me through the Telegram. Okay, I will send some free hash rate for you. The Cha1U, yeah. Also, you can just leave your username on the screen. Then I will just, if I see them, I'll just send you. You can just type your ID on the screen. Type your username. Let me see, I'll just type them on. Is still lag again? How about now? Is still lag again? How about now? Oh, here, I can use this one. Can you see that? Can you see that? Here. Can you see the background here? I just type it on the screen as a background. You can just take a screenshot, and I see them through the, if I see them through the Telegram, I will just send you message. And also you leave your username here in the screen. I'll just check them, okay? You can just leave your name, type them on screen, username, and I'll check them. Hello everyone, this is a very public new blockchain in the Web3 world. I just want to change the background. Let me see, I just change it. At least 1 minute of content is needed to create a short. If you have any more other problems about Mars tokens, we can just talk together. We can see now the price of the Mars tokens is just rocketing, right? Let's just hope the price will just increase. And if you have any other problems, you can just type them on the screen. And you can also just share it with your friends or family. They were okay. Today's 5 questions, you can see them on the poster before. And if any question about them, you can just talk together. This is a very new public, totally new public blockchain Web3 world. And we have the very special mechanism like the POC, proof of contribution. Burn the Mars tokens give you the permanent rights in the future ecosystem. It will just create Mars tokens for you every day. And what's more, we also have the special equations. Combining the POC, it won't just deflate the whole market. We have the 2 equations, the Christmas equation and the Oracle equation. Those 2 equations is just ensure the deflation of the whole market. Okay, and what's more, besides that, we also have the special mining pools, which just ensure the miners, if you contribute more to expand your hash rate, try to invite others to together build our ecosystem, the network will also just give you some reward. And combining together, we're just forming a self-sustainable loop here. So we're not depending on other tokens, and we're totally just independent. So the outside the environment of the tokens, they just cannot affect our Mars tokens. We have our special mechanisms, special rules here, and we're not just affected by other tokens. We have our own timeline. Whenever you get into the market, you can just get your Mars token back in 180 days. And beside that, the whole network adjusts exchange ratio in real time, which also ensure the equality for both new and old miners. And the fixed number of the tokens is about 200 billion. It will never inflate. And after 448 days, the output will be halved, which means that it will just want to ensure the scarcity of the tokens, which will also just want to maintain and stabilize the price of the Mars tokens. This is totally different from the older traditional ones, right? So this is also a very good investment in the future, especially under the bad environments of the other tokens. There is no hype. Also, there is just not only depending on the inviting others. We have our own true value of the Mars tokens. The hash rate itself can create Mars tokens for you guys, and we also just want to build a decentralized mining pools. This is just not like the old ones. They're just cornered by those big giants, right? But we just want to build a very sustainable and independent ones. And we also have our own white papers if you want to know more about it, we can just you guys. And beside that, we have the very we have the very big growth because we're just spreading the mechanism of the Mars tokens globally, except in China, like in the foreign countries, of course. So we can see that the influence of our Mars tokens is bigger and bigger, right? We also can see the increase of the price Mars tokens are just increasing. So please just have the hope and hold the Mars tokens instead of selling them. So this way you can just get more profits in the long term side. And what's more, our Mars tokens were just not those money games wearing Web3 costume. We did that recently, because there are more other people. They're just in the money, so they're just like you that their tokens are very good. But sometimes we know that there are so many money games, right? However, our Mars tokens, we have our own independent mainnet and block explorer, which means that we can just see everyday liquidity, and we can also see everyday data, and it's also updated, right? And beside that, we have our own mainnet. You can see the special mechanism and the newest updates of the whole Mars wallet. And besides, we have our own open code of source, which means that you can just check it on the GitHub to see whether we updated, whether our whole team will just sustain the whole or spread the whole market. Of course, yes. And besides that, we have our own gas fees. We know that if you want to mint an NFT or if you want to send Mars tokens to others, you have to pay the gas fees. And the gas fees are Mars tokens. We are totally depending on our own tokens. We're just not like other tokens. They just need other tokens to pay the gas fees, which also just prove that they're just fake coins. However, we're just a truly sustainable and very good investment now. Will there be any new events? Of course. Every day, our members will just come up with some new ideas. We will have many new events recently. In the bind or no miss. Yeah, Indonesia, they're just forbidden because there's so many liars and scammers in your country. So most of you guys will just bind from the free airdrop because many of them just lie to our manager. I just want to change the background. How about you guys? Have you eaten dinners? How do you know about Mars tokens? How much hash rate do you guys have? And you can see that today's problem is about here. The first one, why is POC? And why does the Mars chain use POW or POS, right? And what's more, how is permanent hash rate generated? Why can new users still compete? If you have more questions, I will answer them one by one for you. Indonesia bind. Yes, Indonesia. Yes, we're just buying the Indonesia. But if you really have interest about the project, okay, you can just contact me. And if you want to experience it, I will just send you free Mars free airdrop to experience that. Do you guys understand what is POC? What is proof of contribution? It's totally new concept, different from the POW and the POC. Proof of contribution means that once you burn the Mars tokens, and the Mars tokens they will be turned into the hash rate, they can be not recovered again, which just ensure the stability of the whole network. Because of the event at the top. Oh yeah. So are you just creator? Just join the creator campaign. If you have any other more problem, you can just type on the screen, okay? And about I really got airdrop before the requirement was changed. Oh, you get it. You get hash rate. That is quite good, okay? And do you know that why we doesn't use the POW and the POS? Because we want to just create a more easy entry for every participant. There's no like the POW and the POS. Sometimes the POW needs quite a lot of hardware and a lot of the computers, right? But our Mars tokens, we just need to buy it and get into the market is quite low. And besides, we know that POS sometimes it is not free. Why? Because POS it needed to hold them forever, right? Sometimes they just lock your right to trade them freely. But our Mars tokens, it's your choice to sell or hold them. Of course, the smart people they will just try to choose to hold them, right? Why? Because the more hash rate you have, the Mars tokens you can create every day is more, which will of course bring you more benefits in the future, right? And the network will always just contribute to those people who really just do the contribution, really want to expand our community. And combining that, our team we're just doing we're doing a lot of things try to just expand our community. You can also see the results. The members of our Telegram they're just increasing every day, and we can also see that many more and more people they're just see the value under the Mars tokens. Can I work with you? Do you mean that you have how many funds do you have? If you want to cooperate, just make sure that you have enough funds and you have enough influence. And about the third question, how does contribution become blockchain? Here, how does the third question, how does contribution become blockchain security, right? So how can you just secure the whole network? We know that once you burn the Mars tokens, they're just turning into the hash rates and they cannot be recovered, right? And the hash rates, they can just stabilize the whole the whole Mars tokens. Why? And combining the two equations, the Christmas equation and Oracle equations, they also just want to participants to burn more Mars tokens to deflate the whole market. So combining them, we can just stabilize the whole market. And once the attacker, if he or she wants to attack the whole network, he needs to at least own about half of the hash rates of the whole network. That is quite impossible because you can see the data on our network. And if he really wants to attack it, he has to burn the Mars tokens and turn them into the hash rate, and they will lose a lot of funds. So the price that if you want to just crack or just to destroy the whole Mars token, it is quite difficult, which also just prove that contribution means stability because they can be not recovered. I joined but get not anything. You joined what? Did you just in our Telegram group? Did you just join our Telegram group? You mean that free hash rate? The Osina, sir? You mean that free hash rate? You joined the group, you didn't get that? And the people that watch the videos, you can just contact me directly. If you didn't get your allocation of the hash rate, you can just contact me directly, okay? You can contact me directly. Here it is my username in Telegram. If you really have interest about our project, you can just contact me directly and I will give you allocation. But still remember, leave your username here, okay? Leave your username here. Oh, your country, you're just forbidden because there are lots of scammers there. So most of you just banned from joining the project. If you really have the interest, you can just leave your username on the screen. Yeah, here is my username. And about the content of today's project, about today's problem, if you have any other problems, we can just discuss together. Oh, it just blocked here. interest. And if you have any other problems, or also just talking about it together. Oh, I see. Oh, here. And hello everyone, this is a very public blockchain Web3 world. It is also a very good investment in the future, especially under the situation of the outside environment. The outside environment is just rather so bad, right? Because we know that the BDH and ETC, they're just decreasing one by one, and the word of the Web3 world is rather low. However, our Mars tokens, it is our binge time. Why? With the rather low price of the Mars tokens, the entry and the cost for it to enter the market is rather low. And especially under the 188 days, you can just get your profits back. So the earlier you get into the markets, the earlier you can get profits. However, it is also equal for both new and old miners. Because you can just also, whenever you get into the market, the whole network just adjust exchange ratio in real time. You know that? So which also just prevents some big miners from monopoly. If you have any more questions, you can just type them on screen and I see them and answer them for you. We also have our own white papers, and the security were based on the post-quantum security upgrade, which is quite secure. And we also have the anti-cyber system, which also just prevents the bot farms. The network and the Mars tokens will eventually contribute to those people who really do the contributions. And if you still didn't get your free hash rate, you can just direct me through the Telegram. Yeah, what is the expression? What do you want to express through the expressions here? If you have any more problems, you can just type on the screen, okay? I see them, I will just answer them for you guys. About those problems, do you have any other problems? You can just type them on screen, okay? Is this your address? But you have to remember that once we give you free Mars, they cannot be sold on KDX, okay? They can only be burned. You know that what we give, we'll just give the free hash rate, not the free Mars. And today nearly is about the end of the live stream, okay guys? And I will end the live stream now. If you have any more problems, we can just discuss in the next live stream. Goodbye everyone.